So, breaking news out of Union, Maine, where a gruesome murder has rattled a quiet campground community. A 17-year-old suspect, Devon Young, is now in custody, charged with the brutal killing of Sunshine Stewart, a beloved paddleboarder found dead on Crawford Pond. This case is chilling with twisted details that'll leave you stunned. But it's not just this murder. There are 5 unsolved cases of women killed across New England since March that are fueling fears of a possible serial killer still out there. So I'm Joseph Morris, and if you're hooked on true crime like me, please hit that subscribe button and like button for more cases that'll keep you up at night, just like this one. So let's dive in. Sunshine Stewart, a 48-year-old from Tennant's Harbor, Maine, went paddleboarding on Crawford Pond the evening of July 2nd. She was alone, enjoying the calm waters near the Micmac Cove campground where she was staying all summer. But when she didn't return that night, someone called the police. Early the next morning, her body was found near a 100-acre island, a remote spot in the pond only reachable by boat. The investigation into Sunny's death is still active. Police used the Micmac Cove campground to access the crime scene, showing how central that place is to the story. Sunny's sister, Kim Ware, shared that Sunny was a marine biologist, lobsterman, and boat captain before working as a contractor. She loved hiking, boating, paddleboarding, and yoga. She was getting ready to host family for the 4th of July at the campground. It's heartbreaking to think her love for that place might have put her in the path of her killer. The medical examiner's report is brutal. Sunny, as her friends called her, died from strangulation and blunt force trauma. This was no accident. It was a vicious, intentional act. Here's where it gets weird. The suspect, Devon Young, a 17-year-old from Frankfort, Maine, was arrested 2 weeks later, around 10:30 p.m. on a Wednesday in Union. Court documents confirmed he's the one charged, and he's being held at the Long Creek Youth Development Center in South Portland. But what's wild is that Devon and his family were staying at the same Micmac Cove campground as Sunny. A user uncovered a photo Devon posted on his Facebook last year, which was captioned "Enjoying Camp," taken right at that campground. So is this just a coincidence? Hardly. I think this is our guy. He even has various check-ins at the Micmac Cove campground. A user tried reaching out to Devon's mother, Tara Jean Wright Young, on Facebook to ask about her son, but her account immediately after was deleted. When the user messaged some of Devon's Facebook friends, one replied, quote, "That's what I've heard," end quote, confirming rumors of his arrest. And I mean, his Facebook is already getting flooded with people coming after him, saying on this Facebook post about his lost dog, Mel Place writes, "Was this dog found or did you kill them?" Amy Thompson writes, "You two suck." So the calling out is starting as I'm making this breaking news update. So the locals are talking, and the user pieced together enough to be certain that Devon is the suspect, even though the Maine State Police and DA's office haven't officially revealed his identity through photographs. They did name him. In Maine, it's legal to release a minor's name for serious crimes, so their silence is odd. Still, the word on the ground points to this guy right here on Facebook. Now the details get even weirder. Campers at Micmac Cove, some wanting to stay anonymous, messaged the user saying Devon had a history of violent behavior. One mother said he bullied her kids, even pulling a knife on one of them at the campground. And I mean, just looking at this guy, he doesn't really seem like he's a killer. I mean, maybe these photos are just really old, but friends and schoolmates told the user that Devon had psychological disorders and got violent when off his medication. But here's the real kicker. The campground owners allegedly knew about his violent behavior. One camper said the owners kicked the young family out for a season because of Devon's actions, but later let them return. That camper told the user, quote, "The owner should have known this would happen. It's her responsibility to keep campers safe, and she failed us." I mean, that's a serious accusation, raising questions about her accountability. And there's just like images of deers being shot on his Facebook. That's his mom. It honestly seems like a pretty normal Facebook with a normal guy, but You know, in true crime, that really means nothing because a lot of people hide dark secrets behind normal looking exteriors. So, man, I really hope Sunny gets justice and this brings some healing to her family. But let's step back because the case is stoking bigger fears. Since March, 5 women across New England have been murdered and their cases remain unsolved. So besides Sunshine Stewart, 48 years old from Maine, there's Tina Daigle, 38 from Vermont, found dead in a wooded area with no clear cause. Paige Fannin, 35 from Connecticut, discovered in her car with suspicious injuries. Adriana Suazo, 21 from Massachusetts, killed in a park with no suspects named. And Michelle Romano, 56 from Rhode Island, found in her home with signs of a struggle. No arrests, no answers. These cases, along with Sunny's murder, have fueled talk of a New England serial killer. And I mean, some people actually see some similarities between these women and how they were killed because most of them were found outdoors, near a path. It kind of sounds like opportunistic killings. And I mean, there's a Facebook group dedicated towards this, and people are sharing stories of seeing people in the forest as they're hiking that are carrying knives and following them as they're trying to go for a hike, and then they escape and run away. And there's even one more recent one. Amber Gochi, a 41-year-old from Groton, Connecticut, went missing on July 8th, 2025. She's 5'2", 200 pounds, blonde hair, blue eyes, with a flower tattoo on her left arm. The Groton police are still searching, but she's just vanished. Could these cases be connected? Right now, there's no solid evidence yet, but New England's history of unsolved cases like the women killed in New Hampshire's White Mountains in the 80s and 90s, which remains unsolved, like the serial killer could still be out there, or the mysterious death of a hiker in Vermont's Green Mountains in 2019, keeps the serial killer theory alive because who knows, maybe this guy from the 80s and 90s took a break and then came back. Each case feels like a part of a dark puzzle. Now, here's my take. This case screams negligence at the campground. If the owners knew Devon was violent, pulling knives, bullying kids, why let his family back? That's a reckless choice, and Sunny's death feels preventable. The bigger picture is even scarier. 5 unsolved murders since March, plus Amber Gochi's disappearance, are too close for comfort. Devon might be a troubled teen who snapped, but the pattern of violence against women in New England is hard to ignore. I'm not saying it's a serial killer, but I'm not ruling it out either. We need answers, and we need them fast. So this story is still unfolding. The user is getting messages from witnesses, campers, and people who know Devon and his family. So more details are yet to come, and I'll keep you guys updated. For now, share the story, spread the word, and let's keep pushing for answers to get justice for Sunny. If you enjoyed this video and enjoyed hanging out with me and Archie, please hit like and subscribe and leave a comment because I read every single one, despite the advice of my therapist. Bye, guys.